Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? Hi everyone, it looks like we have 3 people here. So glad you're here, so excited. It's lunchtime for me right now, and yeah, I love to spend it with all of you. It's nice on the days that I'm working from home to be able to spend some time with all of you. Can you hear me? Can you let me know if you can hear me, please? Hi, Winglish. So glad you're here. Hi, Just a Jen. We haven't talked in forever. Hi, Raven. Glad you're here. Oh, we're up to 11 people now. Hi, Claire. Yes, so far everything is good. Fingers crossed. It looks like we're getting away from these winds, and yeah, things look like it's I don't know, the weather is working in our favor now. We still have a red flag warning in my area until 6 p.m. tonight, so that's 6 hours. And I'm hoping that after that, we're good. We're good. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to highlight your chat, Claire, when you said that. Okay, great. I'm glad you can hear me. Hi, Peekaboo. Hi, Ivy. Glad you're here. Hi, Squeegee. Hi, Kim. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hi, Poncho. Look at this. I'm so excited. We have people from yesterday's live stream that are here now. It's so exciting. Well, we're going to have fun again today because I had made some questions for yesterday's live stream that I didn't finish. So, why don't we keep it lighthearted today and just start with the funny stuff and just do the funny stuff? I think that's what I'll do. Unless there is something any of you want to talk about. Oh, just a Jen, thank you for joining. Yay. Yay. Yeah, happy hump day. Have you guys seen that meme where I think oh gosh, I can't remember what it is because whenever we think hump day, we think of camels, but then there's this one meme where it's a humpback whale and it's like devastated that, when we think of hump day, we don't think of it. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah, I hope so too, Ivy. I was just watching the news and they were saying they're estimating it's like $250 billion of work that needs to be done. Yeah. I know. Thank you, just a Jen. Narc watcher. Yeah, if you guys have other ideas too, feel free to leave them for the name of the memberships. Oh yeah. Yeah, Winglish. So I was on a live stream with Jen and the Sidley twins. It was there was a fundraiser and I mean surpassed everyone's expectations how well it went. It was great. It's for the animals in these California fires. Like I don't like the Humane Society and I forget what organizations they are, but they're having, obviously a very difficult time getting animals reunited with their owners and yeah. Yeah. Poor whale, I know they left they left the whale out. Hi, baby grandma. Oh, wow, just a Jen, your boss lost his home. Oh, they're already paying out. That's great. That's great. Yes, Squeegee, the Sidley twins raised over 13K and they were saying that their parents were going to match dollar for dollar. Can you believe that? So almost $30,000. It's amazing. It's so amazing. Hi, Karen. Okay, good. So your Justagen, your boss and family are safe and sound. Yeah, very, very grateful. I know. Thank you, Ivy. We had a good time, I think. When we talk about Harry and Meghan and that stunt they pulled, in addition to all the other stunts they've pulled in connection with this fire, but them showing up in Pasadena and Altadena it's infuriating. It just makes me so angry. Um, and I'll mention um I mentioned it on the live with the Sigley twins, and I mentioned it on the live stream yesterday. My aunt lost her home and she's okay. But within her home were paintings that my uncle, who passed away 20 years ago, that he had painted. And they're gone, right? So to think that Megan is walking on the rubble of like, it could easily be that she's walking on my aunt's home, right? I don't know exactly where she's walking. So she could be walking over the remains of heirlooms, right? And on top of that, they're sending cadaver dogs in there, or at least on that day they were. I don't know if they're still doing that now, but there are people that are missing, you know? Oh my gosh. I know it's a horrific stunt. I know. I know. Hi, Mara. Hi, Doo Bird. Oh, those shoes. I know, right? You know what? I actually have them. So these were the slides I was showing you all yesterday, but look at this ridiculousness, right? Like, it's basically a slipper. And I mean, I don't know if you all get annoyed too, but can't you just see pebbles and rocks and ash and all that stuff going into that shoe? And then she's also not wearing socks, it looks like. Like, if you look here, you can see her ankle and her foot. It doesn't look like there was any socks. Oh my goodness. I mean, and she's merching it, it looks like. It's unbelievable. Thank you, Just Jen. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. You know, it's hard. It's really hard. And my uncle was very, very talented. That's the hardest part, you know, like there are things that people lost that are irreplaceable. You know, I mean, in the end, everything is material, right? But there's certain things that have a sentimental value. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was furious. I'm calm. I'm a little bit more calm now, Ivy. Um, yeah. Thank you, Poncho. Thank you. Great, Krista. Glad you can hear me. I didn't realize I was so loud. Oh, Peekaboo's reminding everyone to please hit like. I would love it if you could please hit like. All right, let's see. Hi, Aniki. You know, I I do kind of like them, but then I also think like, you know, when the back of your heel rubs up against a shoe and how you could get blisters and stuff. I feel like this is a shoe that could lead to that a lot. I know, right? I know they probably get stinky, though there is some airflow at least, right? Yeah, white and open and no socks. Just a gin. Yeah. Exactly, just as Jen. Glass, asbestos, ash, all on her feet. Karen says $295. I know, I know. And her Trevor bracelet, so tacky. Agreed, Karen. Agreed. Let me see. Let me get caught up. Squeegee says, even if those were full shoes, they're still not appropriate. Absolutely. Everyone else is probably wearing like boots and work shoes, right? Yes, only me. My home is good. I'm probably like 40 miles from the Eaton fire, and I'm in an area though, like I'm up against the base of a mountain, and I we get fires in my area all the time. So we've been really lucky that the fires haven't happened here. I use the Watch Duty app, and on that app, there's alerts and of everything that's going on, all the fires that are going on. And if you look like from Riverside County all the way to San Diego County, that whole area has a red flag warning, and there have been a bunch of fires, but they've been put out. So all of the first responders, they are so wonderful, they are so amazing, and they've been able to, you know, squash these fires pretty quickly. So yeah, that's been really good. Hi, Melissa. Yeah, exactly. Nails, glass, exactly, Dudebird. And like, have you ever worn sandals or something into an area that has a lot of soil or dirt or whatever? How dirty your feet get too? Yeah. Maura says, did anyone hear the Fox 11 video of that reporter talking to Megan off screen, telling me what? I have not heard this, Maura. So Maura is saying that the Fox 11 reporter talked to Megan off screen and told her to hug people and that they would talk later. See, this almost makes me think that was it Susan? Because when we were talking about this on the live with the Sidley twins, I kind of joked and I was like, "Oh, that broadcaster, she's one of us, right?" Because she called her Princess Megan. I'm like, she's trolling her. And why would this be released now, right? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, how funny. And how ridiculous. Of course, she's too much, dude. She's too much. Oh my gosh. Okay, hi Alaska. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. Um Yeah, I need to see it too, Aniki. So if you can provide us more with like a link or any information on where to find this footage, um, that would be awesome. That would be great. I don't know, Justigen. Did she lose the screwdriver for the Trevor bracelet? I don't know what the screwdriver is. Oh, you found it on YouTube Fox 11 LA. Okay. Okay, we'll have to go find it. Um, you've given me a task. Yes, Aneki, the hand holding. Oh my gosh. Yes, seriously, she needs to read the room. It's inappropriate in professional settings, and they did that all the time. It's inappropriate at the Queen's funeral, and it's inappropriate during a disaster. Unbelievable. Poncho says, did you see on X someone posted a pic of Paris Hilton wearing an LA Dodgers hat like Megan and holding a kid helping the fire victims? Megan will be so mad and jealous. So I saw the pictures, but I haven't seen more about it. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to go check that out, Mara. Oh, thank you, Tessie. Thank you so much. Claire says, I'm Australian and we get fires very badly. Oh, that's great that your firefighters come here. It's amazing. Like really so many people have come together. I think we've had people from Canada come, we've had people from Mexico come to help out in these relief efforts. Also like all across the US, they've come to help. She is completely vile. Completely vile, Raven, I agree. Quiet Girl. Oh, hi, Quiet Girl. She says also firefighters use an additive to the water to help suffocate the flame. So the soil has a lot of chemicals and she'll definitely get the dirt on her feet. That's a good point. And I didn't realize that there was an additive, but that completely makes sense. Completely makes sense. Hi, Soraya. Glad you're here. Oh, really? Ukraine sent people? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay, guys, I'm going to get into some of the fun questions. I'll throw them up on the screen. I'm trying to remember where we got to yesterday. We talked about their drive. We talked about the messages on the apples, cooking in the food. Oh, and the name of the food truck. And we talked about what she would serve. Okay, so my next question is with regards to this picture, okay? So I want to know, what do you all think Harry is saying to the mayor in this picture? It's gotta be something so exciting because he looks so excited. Just kidding. Oh, it's like a soap, Quiet Girl. That's interesting. I had no idea. And it makes complete sense. You know, some of these fires, like, they almost got down to Hollywood Boulevard. Like, I didn't even realize that. I don't know. It's just unbelievable. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Doodoo Bird, and I'm glad you were able to pop in for a little bit. Thank you. Just a Jen. Harry saying, I can pick up donuts. I know where to get good donuts. Hi, Sandra. So glad you're here. Harry saying, help me. Help me. I'm a hostage. Allegedly. Oh, yeah. Ivy's saying the same thing. Please help me get away from her. Mara says Harry's asking, what can I do to make it look like I'm helping? I'm not gonna read that one, just because I don't know, I just feel uncomfortable reading it, but you guys can all see that on the screen. Oh my gosh, and he's, like, notorious for doing that. Quiet Girl says, "The soil becomes hydrophobic after the fire from the chemicals." Okay. So hydrophobic, I'm into the sciences too, Quiet Girl. So hydrophobic means something that basically repels water. So it's like oil almost, like you know how oil and water don't mix. So the soil somehow ends up being separated so that they can't mix. That's interesting. I had no idea. Alaska saying he's saying, "Please give my wife a job so I can spend personal time." Yep. And so maybe I can divorce her so I don't have to be her main income stream. Cindy's Cindy says my wife does voiceovers. I did a one of the posts I have on X. I think I posted it as a YouTube short. Is when the mayor hands Megan a business card and the caption I wrote was, "Call me, I can get you voiceover work." Melissa says, "Give my wife more attention or she'll have my you know what when we get in the car to go home." Oh my goodness. Peekaboo says, "A bit dirty if you grab them and this she'll." I don't know if I get that, Peekaboo. I don't get it. Tessie, "Get my wannabe Catherine the best photo of herself, please, or my you know what are gone when I get home." Yeah. Stephen says, "Retardants are made of proprietary mixtures of sodium and ammonium salts, alcohol, ether, and sulfates. The coloring which gives retardant its characteristic red color." Interesting. Interesting. So, I mean, those things are not something you wanna be marching around in, right? Wow. I learned so much here. Quiet Girl says, "I used to be a wild card firefighter." Oh, really? So, are you Quiet Girl, are you in Southern California? Because the fire was going over, like, by the 2 freeway, the Eaton fire, and I think even some regions near Angeles Crest, like, at the base of Angeles Crest in that area, are still maybe evacuated? Rosie says, "I'm from the UK. I'm so disgusted by their behavior. Are they 12? Stop holding hands at inappropriate times. I like holding my partner's hand, but not at a funeral or not at a disaster area." Exactly. There's a time and place for everything. And this was not the time and place. The Queen's funeral was not the time and place. Anything that they are attending in a professional capacity is just not the time or place. Just as Jen says, Harry's saying, "Have you heard of Elizabeth Arden cream?" Hi, Kiernan. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Anne says Newsom's wife looks like ready for her Vogue photo shoot. She is a beautiful woman. Yeah, she's pretty. Um, but I think they're going to be in political trouble. Yes, exactly, Anne. I think so too. She's trying to save her husband's career. Let's see. Am I far behind? Squeegee says it's really important that you tell them we were here anonymously. Really, drive it home. Don't forget to emphasize, we were here anonymously. We were wearing masks. People didn't even recognize us, right? Oh my gosh. Alaska says, "Rosie, I'm from UK. It's just appalling behavior from the pair. You'll understand this. They have a brass neck." It's a UK saying. I've never heard that, Alaska. Hi, Lisa. Okay, quiet. You're in LA County, so we might be neighbors. Well, actually, I'm in Riverside County, but yeah. Uh, I know Melissa, right? The voiceovers. It's great. It's great. Okay, and then Quiet Girl says, "And the chemicals will eventually be in the air as the wind kicks up the dirt." Yeah, so I was just watching the news and they were saying that this is something that's gonna last for decades, the financial part of it, and that also, goes into the health part of it. And they were saying there's gonna be higher incidence of, um asthma and even cancer and premature births, they were saying, so yeah. Hi, Hoy, thank you. Thanks for watching them. I appreciate it. Yes, Just Jen, you're right. Quiet Girl, I didn't get a chance to thank you, but Just Jen is absolutely right. Thank you for being a hero. Thank you. Let's see. Supposedly they broke the law by going on the people's property when viewing the damage. I forget where I heard it. Maybe Paula M. Yes, I've seen that too. And I mean, I mean, I was just watching the news. I know I keep saying that, but they don't even let people go. The owners of these homes go into their property. There was a story that this woman, her cats are in the area, and they're not letting this woman go in to go get her cats, but they're letting like the public works people go in to leave food for the cats. So to allow Harry and Meghan in, and this shows you they went with a camera crew, because not only did Harry and Meghan go into that area, but the camera crew had to follow them in, which means they had the permission to also enter. It's unbelievable. Hi, Kit Kat. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Let's see. We have back-to-back devastating fires where I live in 2012 and 13, almost exactly a year apart. So much respect and love for the firefighters. Agreed, Melissa. Agreed. Leslie says Harry saying, and William's extra sausage was this big. And he's kind of holding up his hand. Oh, you guys, some people that came in late, let me show you what the question is. The question is, what is Harry saying to the mayor? So in this image, what is Harry saying to the mayor? Oh, thank you, Lisa, for joining. Yay. Anne says Newsom just bought a $10 million home, even though he only makes 200. See, I try not to get, I don't know, I don't want to get into politics, you guys, but like, someone once gave me this idea and I really agree with it. Okay. And I mean, you guys tell me if you think this is fair, but anyone that represents um, a certain area politically, like a senator or a congressman or a mayor or whatever, their salary should be whatever the average salary is of the people in that region. And it ends up, in my opinion, if that's what is done, then whoever is in charge is going to work to really improve the lives of the people that live there, right? Because their salary directly depends on the average salary of the people that live there. So anyways, just a thought. I don't know if that sounds like a crazy idea. Okay, quiet girl. So you're on the border of Ventura and LA County now. Yeah, and I mean they were saying the fires were kind of headed in that direction. They were in I heard something on the news about Camarillo, Oxnard area, but I think maybe that fire was put out. Maybe, I don't remember. I know, I know. So Anna's saying Megan called Newsom to do all of this in Pasadena. He allowed it. I don't get it. Like, I think someone who has really good investigative skills can look into this because, I mean, it was already suspicious when there were questions about Archwell and the taxes, and in the middle of a press conference or whatever it was, Gavin Newsom was like, "Oh, Harry and Meghan are not delinquent on their taxes," or whatever the saying was. Like, there was no reason for him to add that within whatever he was talking about. And then this happening, it's just very, very suspicious. Oh, and do you guys all remember when Dianne Feinstein, and sorry if I pronounce her name wrong, when she passed away, there were rumors going around that Meghan was calling Gavin to try to take the spot? I don't know if you guys remember that, and let me know if you remember the rumblings of that. Let's see. Hi, Lisa from Scotland. Yes, they should be arrested if they broke the law. Kit Kat says, I used to live in Santa Ana Canyon and the smoke and smog gets trapped there. Yeah. Yeah. And I just saw that's where the wind goes because of the canyons. Yep. Yeah. I think Newsom is done also. Yeah, let's see. So Squeegee says we had fires here a few years ago in Canada and an entire town was leveled. Wow. Oh my gosh. Ella's saying, Harry's saying, I usually need at least 4 security guards because, my paw is the king. Okay, I'm going to go to the next question, you guys. So the next question is, what do you think the mayor is thinking in this image? So let's go back. What is the mayor thinking? I mean, I feel like it's written all over his face. Exactly, Kit Kat. As a parent, well, Kit Kat says, as a parent, I couldn't imagine leaving my kids 90 miles away during such a hazardous time with fires all up and down PCH for a PR stunt. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, it says it brings a lot of things into question, right? I mean, there's 2 explanations for this. There are either no children, allegedly, or there isn't much concern for these children, right? It's got to be one of those 2, in my opinion. Let's see. Melissa says that's what happens when a country capitalisms the hell out of everything, and that is all I shall say. I don't want to get into politics, you guys. Um, I think, yeah, I'm gonna move on, okay? um, yeah. So Quiet Girl says yes, the auto fire. I don't know what I must have missed that. So Leslie says, Harry saying, no, really, I'm fifth in line to the throne. And then he's counting it on his fingers. Tessie says, I found you on YouTube and Twitter because of the Sidley twins. I love your content, lovely lady. Please stay safe. Thank you so much, Tessie. Thank you for following me and subscribing to me. And the Sidley twins are seriously the best. Like, I remember I remember the date exactly. Okay, so on October 24th, I had a really big presentation at work. And I was so stressed about it, and we're our own worst critics, right? So I was pretty down afterwards. Like, I feel like I didn't do well, but everyone says I did well, but you know how it is. And it was the following day, October 25th, that the Sidley twins did a video showing one of my, like, their entire 10-minute video was showing my video. And it couldn't have come at a better time, right? Like, it just really lifted my spirits. So they're really the best. Steven says to Anne, he doesn't buy the home, he buys the debt on the loan with existing property and resources. Many stars buy homes without buying them outright. I don't know how that works, Steven, unfortunately. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I am really behind. Okay, I'm gonna go really ahead because I don't like that I'm falling behind. Oh, happy 23rd, Poncho says, thank you. Thank you so much. I know, Just a Jen, these lives are so fun. Oh, hi, Through the Looking Glass. Glad you're here. Hi. Oh, I see some names I haven't seen before. Hi, cute little booger. I love your name. Baby Grandma says, I lost was a couple of months and my home was eventually okay. All those people who've lost everything, I can only imagine we were all safe and only out a few months, what it must be like to lose all. I know. And it's like an entire cities, multiple entire cities. I can't even imagine. I can't. Oh, thank you, Claire. Uh, Alaska says, revealing, I remember that video the twins showed straight after that video. I came straight to your channel. Thank you, Alaska. It was so, oh my gosh. Like, I can't tell you how many times I watched that video. I can't tell you how many people I shared the link with to that video. It was great, great, great. Oh, thank you, Kit Kat. Thank you. I'm so lucky, all of you, that I don't know, this community is just so supportive, and I'm glad you like the content I create. And sometimes it's very validating to see that other people are seeing her behavior. Through the Looking Glass says, Steven seems to be an expert in financial matters. I think so too. Steven sounds like an expert. And I mean, I think it went a little bit over my head. Yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, Steven, thanks for giving us all that information. And maybe so when I'm doing these lives, I'm really focused on making sure I highlight the chat and all this stuff. So it's hard for me to focus on something. But yeah, maybe after the chat or after this live stream, I'm gonna think about what it meant to buy the debt on the house or buy the debt on a property. Um, okay, our family friend, Quiet Girl says, our family friend is in his 90s and lost everything. It's just so sad. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm sorry, Quiet Girl. Lisa says the mayor is thinking the way home is that way. He's even pointing, Lisa. That's great. Oh my gosh. Coffee Cat says you have really found a great unique niche. I really have. And okay, you guys, I'm going to tell you like my first day that I started my X account, I sorry, I lost my train of thought. Okay, focus, focus, focus. Okay. The very first day I started, it was the time when Harry and Meghan were in Colombia. And I took that footage of Meghan with the vice president's fiance or partner or whatever he is. And I made a couple of clips showing the flirtatious behavior that was happening there. I kid you not, that video was on the Royal Rogues show that day, like my very first day. And I was like, okay, this is a sign that I need to keep going. And I did. And then the day after that, Megan's mole used one of my videos too and gave me a shout out. So it was like, I don't know, it was a lot of um, amazing stuff. And I think RHR Jen was one of my early followers. And I don't, it's so nice to be viewing and watching all these people for months and months and months and creating things that is interesting to them. It's just, I don't know, it's amazing. It's a great feeling. Okay, let's see. I fell asleep. Oh, thank you, Claire. Claire is saying, I wish you read stories online for me to go to sleep too. Your safe voice calms me down so much. I'm sure other people feel the same. It's funny because I've never thought that I have a calming voice. It must be like a combination of the microphone, and I don't know if YouTube does something with my voice. Um, yeah. Oh, thank you. Hoy says the same thing. Thank you. Steven says, check out the Clever Blends trademark SIP Sip Smarter. It's on its last 3-month extension till abandonment. Interesting. Cindy's saying, the mayor is saying, how long did you say you will be here? How long do I have to babysit you, Harry? Melissa says, the mayor's aide just showed him what social media is saying H&M is thinking and is thinking, oh man, this was a mistake, right? That's what he's saying. Yeah, just a Jen Mayer does look like he's done with the conversation. Baby grandma says, I wonder what the guy in the gray jacket to the far right is thinking. Is he looks like he's one of the photographers, isn't he? I think, yeah, if any of you remember, I think check it out. See if he's one of the photographers. I feel like he is, because it even looks like he's holding a camera maybe in his right hand. Okay, Alaska's asking everyone. Alaska, I'm assuming you're a she. So please let me know if I'm wrong about that. But Alaska's asking if it's worth it to get an X account. Personally, I say yes. A lot of news trickles in through X, I feel. And yeah, I use X all the time. Agreed. This community is so supportive. A cute little booger. Megan is saying, oh, all the food is beige. Wait, is that orange? You're right. That's what she's saying. She's like, why did they bring color into this? Why did they bring colors? Okay, let me go to the next question. Thank you, Quiet Girl. I appreciate that. Hi, Cindy. I'm glad you're here. Cindy's like, Cindy's saying that the mayor is saying, does anyone have any crayons, please? Yes, and the fires are still going, 17% contained. Yeah. And hopefully it looks like it's going to be cooler starting tomorrow, and the humidity might be increasing. So that'll help out. Like it seems like all of the newscasters are saying that they can't wait until they get to like towards the weekend or basically 6 p.m. today. Yeah. Let's see. You know what, you guys? I'm going to go to the next question. Okay, we did that one. Okay, so what is Megan communicating to these women? And I'll show you the picture now. So, what is Megan saying to these women? What's happening in this circumstance? What do you guys think? Um, Thank you, Peekaboo. Oh, I talked you to sleep last night. That's great. I'm glad. I'm glad. Cute little booger says he's probably disgusted, but he's being paid. I know. Okay, Alaska, thank you. Um, Steven says the statement of use, especially Section 8, you're allowed 6-month extensions. The 4 arrow are on the last 3-month permitted extension. Uh-oh. So it's down to the wire. Let's see. I agree, Tessie. You get more news on Twitter. Is more information than Facebook. I agree. I agree. Anne says the Pasadena debacle won't look good for Harry in his upcoming trial. How so, Anne? Yes, thank you, Robin. Thank you. So Robin is saying I've been able to share something positive from my experience of being around narcissists, and it's so nice to see the response to that, and also it helps me because when you've been around this your whole life, it's normal, right? So to be able to talk about it and hear the what's the word I'm looking for? The not outrage, but like the shock on people's faces is validating to me that, what I experienced was not ordinary human behavior. Footsie Girl is saying, Megan is saying nothing to these women. She is far superior to them. Oh, Just a Jen says, oh, second channel idea. What did Claire say? Let's go back. I think Claire was saying to have like a story channel. Is that right? I couldn't find the comment, Just a Jen. She's saying, get these commoners away from me. Honestly, right? Look at her. She's so ridiculous. Footsie Girl. Oh, I read that already. Ivy says she's talking to the camera. Baby Grandma saying, back TF up. Don't you know I'm Princess Margot? The Fox 11 news broadcaster already said it. So if she said it, it's true. Thank you, Kit Kat. My keen eye for detail. Yeah, I mean, I just can't help it. Like, to me, her behavior is so obvious, and I think it's because she behaves so much like my stepmom. Yeah. Mike is saying, no, no, no. My house is not open to the plebs. Only to people that can help jumpstart my career. Tessie says, Emma is saying, don't touch me. I'm a duchess, and you are all commoners. Oh my gosh. Meg's there looking for ways to look busy. Megan is saying, back off. I know what I'm doing. Steven says, you know what would make that bowl of oranges elevated? A mint leaf. Let's go back to that picture. That was this picture. Yeah, that barrel of oranges looks like it needs some mint leaves. It's definitely missing that. Oh my gosh. Melissa says, no hugs unless I say so. That's what Megan is saying. Cindy says, Megan is saying, don't come any closer. Oh, cute little booger. I love this. She's saying, talk to the claw. I love this. Jessica Jen says, I saw a hilarious comment on the St. Meghan Markle Reddit. She never knows what to do with her appendages. Yeah, and I think it's because she's trying to like copy other people. She just doesn't know how to behave, I think. Like, she tries to absorb other people's energy and mannerisms, and I think that's what we notice. Yeah. Emma's saying, can't hug now. I haven't got the right camera shot yet. Melissa says, I've touched too many commoners today. Back off. Funny. Let's see. Okay, I will go to the next question. How do you guys feel about that? How do I end up so behind on the chat? Let's see. You're right, Footsie Girl. Once you've been in a narc relationship, you can't unsee the behaviors. Squeegee says, "Oh, no, I know what to do. I don't need advice. I have Harry." Oh my gosh, yeah. Can you believe she said that to the queen? Unbelievable. Okay, let me go to the next question. Okay, the next question is, what do you think the women said to each other after this interaction? So after they walked away from Megan, what do you think they said to each other? Lisa, Harry is her biggest appendage. Oh my gosh. Uh, Aneki is saying they are thanking them because they aren't stuck inside doing dishes. You're welcome, women everywhere. Yep. It's very empowering. Steven says, "This is the last thing Harry sees when I give the roast chicken." Oh, Peekaboo's reminding everyone to please hit the like button. So if you can't, please hit the like button. Baby grandma says the women are saying, "Thank God she's gone." You know what it reminds me of? In Tom Barrow's book Revenge, he talks about the Reitman's shoot, the second one. So I think it was in 2016. And yeah, 2016, I believe. And someone was quoted as saying, "She is the meanest nice girl." Well, I can't remember now what was said, but basically it was just that, like, she disguises herself. She tries to look like she's a nice person, but she's so mean. Footsie Girl says, "I can't post because they're cussing." Cindy says, "They're saying, 'Can you believe she said that?'" I'm not gonna read that out loud, Aneki, but you guys know. Ivy says, "They said, 'Can you believe the BS she's saying?'" Yeah, yeah. Jessica Jen is like, "The woman with the glasses is smiling, but muttering under her breath, GTFO." Oh my gosh, Alaska, I love it. They're like, "Who was that?" Shady says, "Did you," or Stacy, I'm sorry. Stacy says, "The woman said, 'Did you see those ugly shoes?'" Oh, Kit Kat, thank you. 100 watching and 66 likes. You know, those are pretty good odds though, too. 66 out of 100? That's pretty good. I appreciate it. But yeah, everyone else, if you have a chance, please hit the like button. They were saying, Lisa's like, they were saying, "What you know what?" Tessie says, they said, "What you know what?" She needs a left, right, good night punch in the face. TT says, they were saying, "Close call. She's always wearing a mic." I know, right? Oh my gosh. She's either wearing one or she has one in her hand. Oh, cute little bugger. I like that. Wow, she's shorter than I thought. Peekaboo says, "Is she speaking Spanish?" Momster, hi, Momster. So glad you're here. Oh, Kiernan says, figured out that your mom was a narc at 40. Yeah, I mean, it takes time. You get so disillusioned by it, and it's just such normal behavior. But when a lot of times people say, "Well, you don't need to put a label on it." But sometimes when you've been so invalidated, the label is everything because the label validates that the situation was not healthy, right? So, I mean, there are some things that it's like, okay, sometimes what's more important is the behavior and not the label. But when you've been told constantly that your gut instinct is wrong, your perception is wrong, it's so validating to have that label. Yeah. Cindy says, they're saying, "Do you know who that was?" No, do you? Not perfect, just British says, "The women are saying, 'See you next Tuesday.'" Oh, thanks for being here, cute little booger. I really love your name. Yes, Kiernan, exactly. The label means it wasn't your fault. Yes. Steven's like, "Is she the Pope now?" Baby grandma says, "I always knew my narc mom was different from other moms, but it wasn't until I found HG Tutor that I had a name for this behavior." True, I agree with that. It's yeah, yeah, amazing. I'm sorry to hear that, baby grandma, and I'm glad that you were able to come to that realization. Alaska says, "Did anyone go through this? After my experience with a narc, I started seeing them everywhere." So what do you mean by that, Alaska? Like at the grocery store and stuff? Mara says, "They make you think you're crazy and did not see what you saw or heard what you heard." I know. And you know what Megan it does to us as a public is the same type of thing. It's gaslighting. I mean, Harry did it too when they go on Oprah, they said all the things they said on Oprah, and then he went on, I think, Tom Bradby's show, and he was like, "I never said that the royal family was racist. It was the press that said that." Excuse me? You accepted an award for fighting racism in the royal family. Like that just can't. And I really I still am susceptible to this type of behavior, like, because 'cause I'll still be like, "But was I wrong?" You know? Yeah, so oh my gosh. Yes, quiet girl. Quiet girl says it's true. My life got so much better when I realized it was her and not me. Yes. Yes. Yep. Gaslighting, Mara says, big time. Raven says, I was married to a narcissist, and once you experience one, it's easy to spot in other people. Absolutely. Absolutely. To me, it's like nails on a chalkboard. You know what I liken it to? So, up until early 2022, I was still around um, a lot of these narcissists, but there were situations that happened that ended up, I ended up isolated from them. So, and I am not complaining, but ever since then, there has been this calm and peace in my life that I've never experienced. So, if you are in the middle of a storm and a little wave goes by, you don't feel it because you're in the middle of a storm, you're in the middle of chaos. But when you're in peaceful waters and a small wave goes by, you feel it. So I feel like I'm at the point that I notice it when something disturbs my peace, right? Let's see. Tessie says one of my big sisters is a narcissist, I think, but my other big sister who passed away at 47 was the most wonderful person with a pure heart. I'm so sorry for your loss, Tessie. Kiernan says that I should have one chat a week set aside for narc relationship survivors, like a support group for us all. Yeah, I should, and I get nervous a little bit with that kind of stuff too because I'm not I'm not a therapist, I've just been around them. I was married to one. So I try to approach these things with caution. Um, but yeah, that I think that would be really nice to get people talking and I don't know, this is such a wonderful community and it's great how there's this intersection between Megan's behavior and people that understand narcissism. Like Megan is such a great example for studying this behavior. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Where did I get to? Lisa says they were saying she stinks. It's like a mix of lemon, mint, and burnt hair. Ew. Ew. Am I far behind on the chat? A little bit. Let's see. Um, Coffee Cat says when you feel your energy is being sucked out and your boundaries are being invaded, yes, you're in the presence of a narc. Yeah. When someone comes on too strong, like that really I don't know, it sends the red flags up. And an example of this, I did a video about it recently, was when Harry was describing his first date with Megan. And at the end of the first date, he goes to his friend's house and gets inebriated, among other things that he does. And he's watching the movie Inside Out with his friend. Megan, without any warning, without any notification or whatever, she FaceTimes him. To me, if that happened and someone I'd just gone on a date with FaceTime me without any notification, that is a red flag. Like that is someone that is invading my personal time, my personal space. Like if you respect me and my privacy and my time, you ask before you make a call like that. I mean, that's just my opinion, but that would rub me the wrong way. Would I do a video with HG Tutor? So I've tried reaching out to him and I haven't been able to. Like I couldn't find his email address, but yeah, I would love to. I think there have been a couple of times that someone has tagged me and tagged him in a post, and I've mentioned like I'm such a big fan, you know. But yeah, yeah, I would love to. So um, let me see if I can get. So there are a couple of people that know him that have said that they'll perhaps put us in contact with each other. Maybe I should follow up with them. Kieran says not therapy, just us sharing our experiences to validate each other. I agree, Kieran. You know, I'm just an anxious person. Like I don't want to accidentally say the wrong thing or like invalidate someone's experience, you know? I don't know. I'm Because it's a sensitive topic for me, and I'm sure all of you are like this too. Um, you want to make sure that you don't like hurt someone else's experience, you know? I don't know. Sometimes I think too much. Oh, you do marry? Okay, if you could if you feel comfortable sharing it with me, could you please send me an email about it? My email address is on my YouTube in my YouTube description. Oh, Just a Jen says she can email me too. Great. Thank you. So Maura, that was Jen was the one of the people that was gonna be in contact with him, but I haven't followed up. So I yeah, Ivy says the same thing. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, Stephen, Harry married for less, Megan married for power. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Tessie. Thank you so much, Tessie. Oh, is it Kit Kat? Maybe it is and I overlooked it. I don't know. Okay, Lisa says check with staff. Melissa says, didn't she tell him cartoons were childish too? Inside Out is a masterpiece and I will defend it forever. I mean, she definitely gave that kind of connotation, like that kind of she was like judging him based on how he described it in Spare. I mean, that's how I interpreted it. Um, yeah, and I haven't seen Inside Out, but I feel like I really should. Oh, Kit Kat. Kit Kat says I would love to see you on his channel. Yeah, that would be great. Oh, don't worry, Kiernan. You're not pushing it at all. I tend to overthink things, like that's for sure. Oh, Kit Kat, that's a good idea too, that I could DM him. Oh, he gives it a really? I don't know how I've been missing it. Yes, Maura, the royal family let Meghan get away with a lot. What are you talking about, Ivan? Ivan says this will kill your channel. Who has time to listen that long? This is a live stream, and I try to stay as long as I can and, you know, chat with people and interact with people. So, in fact, I think if you're talking about the live stream, I think having it for longer is actually beneficial because there's um, there's like a personal touch to it. Okay, Monster says Inside Out is great. Melissa says Inside Out made you weep. Aw. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next question. Um, oh, that was my last question. Okay, well, that was the last question I had. I thought I had more. I know, Maura. What does that mean, Ivan? I don't know either. Uh, Hostra says, I think she must be gloating because the Hollywood elite did not accept her. Yeah, yeah. Baby Grandma says, Inside Out is a great movie for adults and children. There's something there for everyone. Is it really sad, you guys? Because I'm after I lost my dog last year, it's really hard for me to watch emotional stuff. So I try I basically watch things about Meghan Markle and true crime. That's like the extent of what I watch. Oh, and I started watching Everybody Loves Raymond. I'm loving Everybody Loves Raymond. It's great. Let's see. I like the long chats too, Ivy. I'm happy with them too, Just a Jen. I like it because we get to interact with each other and it's different from the videos. I have a hard time catching up with the comments on the videos, so I feel that having the live streams is great because it's like one on like it's happening at the it's happening live basically, right? Pastor says, "I told you she's like a crab." Is that what the women are saying to each other? Oh, it is really sad, Footsie says, "Watch Parks and Rec." I watched Parks and Rec many, many years ago, but I feel like I would have a much greater appreciation for it now. Yeah. Nike says, "Give it another year. It makes you feel lots of things." Okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Oh, Alaska loves Everybody Loves Raymond too. Yeah, I started it and I'm actually on season 7 and I think there's 9 seasons. So, um yeah, it's great. Squeegee saying to Ivan, "There's 105 people watching right now." Yay! So thank you, all 105 of you. I appreciate it. Melissa says, "We just started Brooklyn Nine-Nine for the millionth time. We've been through a lot the past year, so it's our comfort show. Plus, it's genius." I haven't watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine. My comfort show is Seinfeld. So my dad passed away January 2022, and ever since he passed away, like that's the show I watched every night. And I even to this day, I sleep with my TV on with Seinfeld playing. And I do that because it's almost white noise because I know the episodes so well that, yeah, it's great. Anne says, "Do you think Marie and Everybody Loves Raymond is a narcissist?" Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Let me think about that, Anne, because she does display characteristics of it. But then do you think that she also displays a lot of empathy towards Raymond at least? What do you all think? Carla says, I say she still has feelings for Trevor." I don't know. I don't think Megan in my opinion, Carla, I don't think Megan has feelings for anyone except herself. I think if anything, maybe Trevor's the one that married someone, really wealthy, right? So if anything, maybe she's like, "Maybe I can get in on that dough." Stacy's asking if I'm safe. Yes, I am. Thank you so much for asking, Stacy. It seems that we have this like red flag warning until 6 p.m. today, so 5 more hours. And we just have 5 more hours to go. I have bags packed if I need to. My power hasn't been shut off since last week, so far so good. Yeah, everything is good. Thank you, Hoy. I like them too. Yes, live streams have a way of bringing people together. Anne has seen every episode. I haven't gotten to one of the episodes yet, but it's the one with the frog lady. I haven't gotten to it yet, but that was one of my favorites. Oh, your internet is glitching? I hope it gets better. Oh, I need to watch Modern Family also. I watched it for a couple of seasons, but I stopped. But that's a good show too. So funny. Yes, just a Jen. It is. Seinfeld is so good. And Neki says, "My husband is watching Seinfeld in full. It's his comfort show." It's so funny. And like every single day, there's something that I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this happened in Seinfeld." Yeah, I feel like if you ask my friends and family, what's the phrase that Revealing says the most, they would say, "This happened on an episode of Seinfeld." Alaska says, "I haven't seen Seinfeld." No worries about the spelling. It's such a great show, and it's like I don't know how to describe it. Like when you first watch it, it might take some time to get into it, but it's just so relevant. And I think the funny thing about the show is that is what happens when you're not watching the show. When something happens and you're like, "Oh my gosh, that happened on Seinfeld." It's so great. Yeah, Seinfeld and Friends never get old. I haven't watched Friends all the way through, but yeah, I'll have to do that. Squeegee loves Seinfeld and Parks and Rec. Okay, Mara says that she thinks Marie is overprotective and nosy. I just watched the episode of um, when Deborah and Marie get into an argument and they don't for like 3 episodes, they're, like, not talking, and some of that behavior was definitely, like, manipulative and, yeah, like, toxic. Um, but, the you could still display those characteristics and not be and maybe, some people display those characteristics in certain issues, but not in others, or in certain circumstances, but not in others. Yeah. Let's see. Did I get behind through the looking glass says, I love the live streams, but I love revealing conversation. I never know when wants to concentrate on. I can't do both. Oh, I don't know what you mean. Like the conversations that we have in the live stream or the conversations in the videos. Yeah, you're right, quiet girl. Oh my gosh. Whoa, mind blown. Okay. So typically, they say narcissists have a golden child and a scapegoat. And I mean, that dynamic, you're right. If you look at specifically that dynamic, yes, Raymond is the golden child and Robert is the scapegoat. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I should start watching that show. And who knows, it could be material that I bring in to make videos for YouTube because of, it could be good examples. A lot of people have asked me, like when I talk about Megan, all I can really talk about are her interactions with Harry. So it's like romantic, narcissism in a romantic type of setting. But I haven't approached it when it's a parent and what that's like. So yeah, that I'm gonna pay more attention and look while I'm watching and see if I spot that type of behavior. Momster says, "Why does MM still wear the bracelet from Trevor? So weird to me." In my opinion, she's wearing it to keep Harry in check. I think that and of course she doesn't flat out say that, right? She wouldn't flat out say like, "Harry, I'm wearing this so you know that there are other men that have given gifts to me." I think she plays it off as something innocent. "Oh, I really like this bracelet. That's why I wear it all the time." But what it does is in my opinion, it sows doubt in Harry's mind. It makes Harry want to almost compete with Trevor, even though Trevor is not even there. Oh, I like that how I said that. That it's making Harry compete with someone that's not even there. Wow. Do you see that manipulation? So, anyways, that's why I think Megan wears the bracelet. And someone else told me once that Harry wears something of Chelsea's or used to wear something of Chelsea's. So it could have also been retaliation of Harry wearing that, but I haven't looked into that, so I can't confirm or deny that that happened. Thank you, Lisa. You love the frog lady too, Kit Kat. Oh my gosh. Arrested Development. Oh my gosh, that's such a good show too, Aneki. There were 2 scenes in Arrested Development that I laughed so hard I cried. Like, and I the oh my gosh. I need to watch Arrested Development again too, because that's a really good show too. I haven't seen New Girl EMV. Oh my gosh, so much Monster. No soup for you. I actually watched that episode yesterday. Oh, it's so good. Seinfeld is the perfect show, it really is. Oh, The Office is great too. Carla says lies. I don't know what you're referring to, Carla. Oh, thank you, Peekaboo. Thank you. Yeah, Squeegee says that's exactly the purpose of Seinfeld. It's a show about nothing, but it's really about real life. Absolutely. Yeah. And Joseph Jen says she's been watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. I love it. Yeah, it's so cringe. I can only handle a couple episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm because the secondhand embarrassment, like, I'm uncomfortable when I watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. Am I far behind on? Oh, I am so far behind. Okay, I want to read your comments about the Trevor thing that I just said. I'm interested to know what you all think. So let's see if I can find. Oh, thank you, Karen, for being here. That was a great analysis, Karen said. I don't know if you're referring to the bracelet thing. Footsie's girl is saying spot on with the bracelet. Yeah. Fire and Ice says that that's what they think about the bracelet too. keep H in check and was with him first to Trevor's I'm sorry, I didn't understand that last part, fire and ice. Um, Tobias's business card in, Arrested Development. What the scene that cracks me up, just a Jen, from Arrested Development is when it was an episode where Buster, was that his name? Buster was playing the claw game a lot at the arcade, and then I don't remember, but, like, someone gets stuck in the banana stand or whatever. I don't remember, but that scene, I was laughing so hard I was crying. It's so funny. Oh, that's a good point, Alaska, that M is using Trevor as triangulation. Thank you through the looking glass. Yes, my email address is on my YouTube description. Squeegee says spot on regarding Trevor bracelet. Interesting though, she didn't always wear it with age, just in the last couple of years. And maybe that's when she's realized she needs to keep him in check, or maybe this is when she found out that Harry's been wearing Chelsea's things. Anne says Trevor is with a loving woman. They have 2 kids. Yeah. Melissa says she wears the bracelet from Trevor and redesigned her engagement. Now it looks more. Oh, that I didn't know that. What's New says, I think Harry has a friendship bracelet from Chelsea. Oh, to throw I was with Trevor first to Trevor's wife. You're right. I didn't even think of it that way. Oh my gosh, she's too much, right? Fire and ice. My goodness. Buster and the Claw. There's always money in the banana stand. Ted Lasso. I haven't seen Ted Lasso. That's one I should watch too. Oh, thank you so much, Steven. Steven says, Newsom, you can buy a house that has a mortgage by paying any payments made and taking on the loan repayment by just paying the mortgage amounts. Okay, let me read that one more time. You can pay the payments made. So you literally just take over the loan, basically. So, like, you don't put any and you basically are getting it for the price of whoever bought it first, and you would assume because property values go up all the time, that you would actually be paying a lot less for a home. Oh my gosh, how do you do I wanna do that. How do I do that? I wanna do that too. Can I go buy, someone's home from 25 years ago that only has 5 years left on the mortgage? Footsie's girl says, "I get the cringe with Sunny in Philadelphia and Trailer Park Boys." I haven't seen either of those, but I've heard Sunny in Philadelphia is great. Oh, Margaret, that's okay. I'm glad you're here now. I think I'll go for another maybe 5 minutes. Uh, yeah, I appreciate you all for being here, though. Let's see. Lisa says, "Gotta head out." Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate it. Alaska says, I don't think Em loves Trevor. She's not capable of love. Trevor is another appliance to use. I think so too. I think Megan, everything is replaceable for Megan. Everyone is, you know, dispensable. And she uses people and then she ghosts them. She has a track record of doing that. Anne says the only reason she keeps the bracelet is because it's Cartier. It's all about status. That's interesting, Anne. Yeah. Let's see. Momster says, agreed to keep Harry in check and lets Trevor's new wife know she married him first. Yeah. Melissa says, yes, the original ring from Harry was the 3 main stones on a gold band, and she had it redone so it's on a diamond eternity band with a diamond halos beneath each of the main stones. And, like, she tells him that she loves it, right? Oh my gosh. And that's something that's interesting to look at, that her jewelry is fake. And I've heard that there was some point, I don't remember, this is all allegedly, that at some point, anything that was that was Diana's jewelry was swapped out. And I don't know why I remember the Queen maybe having that happen, or Prince William. I don't remember. Through the looking glasses, those of us in the chat feel that we are one on one with you too. I think we all understand you can't respond to every comment. Sometimes we become involved in our own commentaries. Yeah, I try to catch up and I love it though. I love it. Yeah, she was married to Trevor, Fire and Ice. And when she divorced him, she just sent her engagement ring in an envelope. Ridiculous, right? Oh, thank you, Justa Jen. I appreciate it. Yeah, Melissa says, and he designed it during the engagement interview. And you can tell she's faking it. You're absolutely right. I need to do an analysis of the engagement interview. I need to do one for the engagement interview, and I need to do one for their wedding. Like, I'm sure there's a lot. There's a lot that happened at the wedding. Oh, thank you, Brenda. I appreciate that. I appreciate it so much. You guys are great. Let's see. Oh, I'm all caught up on the chat, it looks like. Alaska says we don't have that system of a mortgage in the UK, so very interesting. Is that a state to state situation or the whole of USA? Honestly, Alaska, I've never heard about that happening. But yeah, if Steven knows the answer, like if I spot his chat, I'll highlight it. Okay, and look at that. I said when Steven drops it in the chat and he just dropped a comment. Let's see. That is in the US. I don't know if it's a UK thing. I'm not a financial expert. I'm more a TM and account result detective. Okay, so everyone in the chat, let's get in on this. Let's go buy some multi-million dollar property for like cents on the dollar. Let's just do this to a lot of let's all just become really rich and buy all this property. Well, I mean, we could do that, or we could also buy up all this property and make it like a haven for animals. I would love that too. That would be great. How some of the people that have lost their homes in the fire, like, actually be generous people. Yeah. Just that Jen says, I really didn't start paying attention to them until Oprah, so I was way late on this thing. I I mean, just a Jen, I didn't really notice it until one day I read about what she did to Princess Charlotte, and I have to say that was probably a year and a half ago or so. Yeah. Yeah. It would have to be through foreclosures, is that right? I don't know, Karen. Wow, can you imagine, like, he profits off of, yeah, that's interesting, I don't know. Carla's asking how her hair looks. I think it looks beautiful. I don't know if I missed something in the chat, but Carla, in your picture, your hair looks great. I love it. You could get on that train, Footsie Girl, just have, like, this really big property and just a bunch of animals and have a peaceful life taking care of animals. I would love it. I could live like that, 100%. I totally could. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna end the live stream here. I'm so glad you were all here. Look at this, 92 people are here right now. I appreciate all of you. I used to get maybe like 40 to 60 people at a time, so this is so amazing to be able to share this time with you. So I hope all of you have a great rest of your day. If it's nighttime, I hope you have a really great night. And yeah, I will talk to you all soon. Bye, everyone.